we are continuing on our series of simulation in Blender. We are going to continue from our previous video where we learn how you can create fire in Blender, and now we are going to move to rendering in Blender using cycles. We are going to create shaders from scratch. I am also running my live Unreal Engine classes for 3 months, so if you are interested, check the link in the description. And also, if you want to support me, you can check out the Patreon as well. So now without any delay, let's jump into Blender. In the last video, we looked how we can create realistic fire in Blender. Now let's move on to rendering the fire using cycles. So you can see I have basically simulated this and it's looking something like this. This is looking really good. But what I want to basically render this out using cycles. But right now if I render this, so let's start with the rendering process. So let's just go to our render settings. Okay, and let's just switch to from EV to cycles here, and let's just make sure that GPU compute is turned on if you are having a good GPU, or else you can make it on CPU as well. So I'm going to change the viewport samples to, let's say, 300 here. Okay, and now let's say if I press the Z key and render this out, you can see it's looking basically up this type of scene, and you can see there is some smoke coming out of this fire, but we cannot see fire here because we need to apply a shader, a volume shader here. So let's just work with that as well. So let's just go to our solid view here, and now you can see we are again back to this. So let's just start with our shading part. In order to do that, you need to again go to your shader editor, and we need to select our, what we say, smoke domain. And you can see right now we don't have anything here. If I go to object as well, okay, and if I click here, you can see we are having this statue material. But if I open the smoke domain, you can see we don't have anything. And if I go to material, you can see we have a smoke domain material which is here. Okay, so what I want to replace this out with our new volume shader. Okay, so let's start with that here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just remove this here, and I'm just going to click on new here. And as soon as I do it, you can see we have this principal BSDF shader. So I'm going to delete this out, and I'm going to press the Shift A key, and here I am going to load my volume shader here. Okay, so let's just add the principal volume, and let's just add the volume to our volume here. Okay, as soon as you do this, and if I press the Z key and render this out, you can see right now we don't see any smoke, any fire, nothing is seen here. Okay, so let me just go out of my camera view as well. So let's just do something like this so you can see here better. So you can see we don't have anything here. Okay, so you can see we don't have any fire or nothing is there. So let's just go to solid again. And now what we are going to do, we are going to create a fire shader, and if you want, you can create a smoke shader as well. Okay, so in order to do it, let's just take this here, and let's just start here. So let's just press the Shift A. Let's just add the attribute node first. Okay, so let's just add it here. We are going to need 3 nodes here. Let's just press Shift A again, and let's just add a color ramp node here. Okay, and then we are going to need one more node, which is basically our multiply node. So we are going to add a node here. Okay, so let's just add a node here, which is our math node. Okay, so here you can see we have this, and if I basically now just connect this color, okay, this factor to our factor here. Okay, this color to our basically here value. Okay, and now if I change this value from add to multiply. Okay, but before doing that, let's just click on this value, and let's just add this to our emission strength here first. Okay, and now if you see the result here rendered, you can see we are having this smoke here. Okay, you can see this low quality smoke is here. Okay, you can see it's looking something like this. So if my camera is here, you can say it's looking something like this. It's not looking good. Okay, let's just visualize the heat here. So if I type heat, you can see we get some more white stuff here. So now we are getting fire as well as smoke here. Okay, now how this works, how you can create a shader, okay, of fire. So first what you need to do, you need to go from add to multiply here, and as soon as you do it, you can see we are getting this smoke result here. Okay, this fire result here. So if I remove the heat now, you can see we are not getting any temperature, basically any fire, because fire is denoted by the name of heat in Blender. So you need to type heat here. Okay, and as soon as I do it, you can see this is looking much better here. Okay, and now what you need to do, you need to play with the color ramp here. So if I take this here, you can see it's clipping here, and if I take this here, you can see we are adding details here. So if I take around here, you can see we are adding details here, more details. Okay, we are making it more visible here, and if I take it here, you can see it's making it less visible. Okay, so you can just play around this as per your requirement, what you want exactly, what you want your render to look like. Okay, so if I add a node here, okay, and let's just do one thing, let's just do a black white and a black here. Okay, so if I take it between this, you can see we are getting this result here. Okay, so if I take it around here, you can see we are getting this result. If I take this around the starting point, you can see the result here as well. Okay, so we are getting some result of fire looking like this here. Okay, so if I take this here and this here, you can see we are getting this result. Backwards here as well, you can see we are getting this plume type of effect. But what I want now, I want to add what we say here, our intensity. So let's just increase the value here. So right now it's 0.5. If you can see, if I take it to 12, now you can see we are getting this much what we say higher density of heat here. Okay, now you can see the result here, how I am getting this result. Okay, so now what you can do, now again you can play with the values here. Okay, so if I take it downwards here, okay, so now you can see what value we are getting here as well. Okay, so if I move it around here, so let's just take it here. Okay, so you can see the result, and now what you can do, you can take it up to 150 as well. You can say it's getting much brighter here. So you can definitely play with the gradient ramp here to get your desired result. Okay, because if you remember, without this node, what you were getting, you were getting only this smoke. You are not getting this density and all that stuff. So basically that thickness and all that stuff. Okay, so now what I want a shader here. Okay, a black body shader, so I can directly connect it to MSU color, so I can get a realistic result. Okay, so let's just do it. So if I'm going to click here, okay, to our shift A and add a black body here. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this to MSU color, and as soon as I do this, you can see we are getting this red type of fire. Okay, we don't want this, we want a yellow type of fire. So let me show you. If I take this to basically 0.5, you can see we are getting this smoke type of effect, and fire is basically really bright when you just light it out. Okay, lit it out. So if I take it to 15, you can see the result, and if I take it to 150, you can see the result as well. Okay, so depending on your scene, you can work with this out. Okay, and if I now tweak the values here, so if I take this to 2500, you can see we are getting this yellowish kind of fire. So let's just take it to 1600. And one more thing I'm going to do, guys, I am going to go to render here. I'm going to go to color management here, and I'm going to make sure from AGX I am into filmic here. Okay, and as soon as I do it, you can see we are getting this nice fire color here. Okay, and you can add a hue saturation node as well if you find that, okay, my fire is way too saturated. So let's just press the shift A key, and here you will find a hue saturation value. Okay, and you can just connect this out, and you can play it with the saturation value, so like 0.99. Okay, and you can see now we are getting the shader. This is looking great. Okay, so this is how easy it is to create a shader of fire with the help of in the cycle render basically. Okay, now what you can do, guys, so if I go forward here, you can see the result as well. This is looking really cool. Okay, but what I want, guys, I want basically what we say here. Okay, so if I go to my camera view here, you can see I'm getting this depth of field because I need to adjust the focus and all that stuff. So let's just disable this. I'm using a plugin called Lens Sim here. Okay, if I disable this depth of field, you can see the result here as well. Okay, you can see I'm getting this result. Okay, so you can see the result. I'm going to just make sure that my camera is zoomed out here. Okay, something like this. And now you can see the result here. Okay, what result I am getting. Okay, so you can play with the values and all that stuff. So if I go out of this camera mode here, you can see the result. And now what I like to add the glow effect and all that stuff, but I have a best add-on. I will add the link in the description. It's a really good add-on. It's basically for just $5 if you are in India, and if you are outside India, don't need to pay the GST. So let me show you that plugin as well. So if I press the N key, it's a cinematic compositor. I will share the link in the description. You can directly check it out and support the creator of that plugin. Okay. So let's just click on apply effect. Okay. And I have applied the effect, but I cannot see it. So let's just apply this and see it in our viewport as well. So if I do always, and as soon as I do it, you can see we are getting some really good result, but we are getting this streak effect here. So what I like, I take the streaks to 0 here, and now you can see we are getting this lens flare as well. Okay, I am going to take it to 0 0.1, 0 0.1 by 0.1, and now you can see this is looking really cool. Okay, what I like to basically reduce the film look as well. So let's just do 0.3 here. Okay, you can take it up to 0 as well, but I like this film look here. Okay, because it gives some cinematic look here, and now you can see this is looking really good, and combined with lens sim, this is going to look really good. You can see the result here as well. So if I press the home key, okay, and the N key, you can see this result. Okay, this is looking really great here. Okay, I'm liking this plugin a lot. Okay, you can see what result I am getting. Okay, and this is some really good stuff. You can get achieve some really cool result. You need to play with the ramp and all that stuff. Okay, but once you do it, the result is going to look really beautiful. Let me show you the file that I have done here. Okay, so let me just open that here. I'm going to save this out, and let me just show you here. Okay, so this is the render that I'm talking about. Okay, and if I press the Z key here and render this out, okay, you can see it's looking something like this here, which is looking really beautiful. I have added a plane, and that's the reason I'm getting this basically light bounce effect here as well. So if I hide the plane, you can see this is the result. And let me show you my ramp here, which I have created. Okay, so let's just go to shader node, and if I click on the smoke domain, you can see it's the same setup here, but instead of starting it here, I have started it from here. So I have shown you both method. Okay, you can completely play with that values and all that stuff, and here you can see I'm using the 15 value. So if I take this to 30, you can say it's much brighter here. Okay, so let me just switch to 15 again. So you can totally play with all the stuff here. Okay, and you can say it's 0.99 here as well. And if you want, you can add the smoke density as well to, let's say, 5, and now you can see we have the smoke effect as well. Okay, guys, so just do this and practice it out. I am going to show you my final render also, how it is look. Okay, guys, so here is the render that I have done basically, and you can see this is looking really beautiful. You can see the shader also. You can see this lens sim plugin as well. You are getting some really good depth of field, some film grain as well from this. Okay, and from this cinematic compositor, I don't need to compose anymore in Blender compositing app and just add that lens flare, that glow, that color correction, because I'm getting it with the help of this add-on here. So I'm going to I'm going to add that link in the description. Do check it out. It's not a promotion video. Okay, this is a really good plugin that I am using, so I will recommend it to you guys if you want a cinematic result. Okay, this is out of Blender only. I haven't done any compositing in After Effects or so. You can add the motion blur as well, so in After Effects or in Nuke, so it is going to look really good with the help of motion blur as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. You have learned something new. If you guys like this video, please press that like button, share it with your friends who wants to learn simulation in Blender. I will see you next time. Till then, guys, please subscribe. Bye bye.